What can group leaders do to help to support this evolution of white males as part of helping the whole culture of the organization become more equitable and inclusive?
Yeah, I think there's a lot that ERGs can do. I think that one is to welcome them, and to welcome them because of self-interest, not just, hey, come join my trans ERG or my Black ERG because I want you to help me, but come join because I want to help you. I want to help you learn about yourself and about what it means to be you and how that experience might be different than your employees or than some of us. And you are welcome here. You are genuinely welcome here, which means that you are part of the conversation. You're not coming because you're going to take notes and go back and convert yourself to be better. You're going to bring yourself like the rest of us do. One of my favorite examples of paradox, two seemingly opposing things that we have to handle at the same time in this work, is the paradox of it's not my fault and I am responsible. And I remember a CEO client of mine of a tech company based in Berkeley had found himself, as many tech companies do, with a very undiverse workforce, very few women and no people of color. It was a multinational company. And I was consulting to him at that time on a number of issues. And he said, what am I to do? I feel terrible. I'm aware that this is a problem. For 20 years, we've evolved to be this way, and I can't seem to be hiring the talent I need. What do I do? And I said, you know what? It's not your fault that you've shaped a company that actually has mostly people working here who look like you. That happened due to a whole series of events and who goes to STEM and where do you recruit. But now you're responsible for figuring out how to do things differently tomorrow to recruit a different talent pipeline. And how he could learn about some of that was to go to ERG meetings to learn about the experience. So I think ERGs can help a tremendous amount by including men, inviting them, and helping them identify their own self-interest. And one of the things that I think that ERGs can help is to help men, and white men in particular, to understand that there are no easy fixes here. This work of equity and inclusion, it took us 500 years to get here in North America. And if there was an easy fix and we could just wave the wand and be like, okay, we're all now a culture of belonging, we see each other fully, we connect openly. If it was that easy, we would have already done it. So I think sometimes the white male culture characteristic of being a problem solver actually gets in our way because we get woke and then we're like, oh man, this is terrible. I want to fix it. And what would happen instead if we said, oh my gosh, I'm woke. This is terrible. Tell me more. Right? Yeah. Help me understand more, because I can see that there are layers of complexity that we're going to have to sort through together that are going to take some time and some collaborative effort, as opposed to the riding in on our white horse that I think white people, myself included, white women do this too. We come in, once we get woke, we're like, oh, I'm all over this. And that's not that helpful.
Yeah, that's a great point. The tendency to create the perfect solution right away as soon as we realize that there's a problem is something that's universal. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, what it usually leads to is frustration when you realize, oh, this is not fixing it. Maybe there is no solution. And then you stop, which is not good. What you want to do is realize it took centuries to get here, and not one person's job to do this, because we're all on the journey together. And any change that I make affects all the other people that are adjacent to me. And that means that they have to make changes too in order for that culture, which is really a system, to be able to adapt and evolve to some new state of being. So you can't leave anybody behind, and you can't change in the absence of others.